Good morning. Welcome to today's session. For those who are on Telegram, I try to drop daily update, maybe video, maybe a text message or pictures or images to help us align ourselves. One thing that you must know that Forex does not respect your emotion. So it's not about what you think or what you feel. And what takes your emotion most of the time is reactions to the market that you see in terms of how volatile a movement can be. And when you are looking at that movement on a lower time frame, you begin to say, oh, this is a big movement, this is what is going. So you are drawn in emotionally to think, oh, this thing is moving. And when price moves at times, you begin to tell yourself, oh, you are not included in that, it's gone beyond you, so you have missed. The fear that you have missed out also, patronize you emotionally. So it's not about emotion. One thing you have to really understand in this business is it's not about your emotion. It's not about the news in the market. It is always about the structure and the wave. Because when a wave format completes itself, then you have a structure. Another wave format builds to complete itself, you have another structure. So wave format will complete itself before you now see the structure. So the structure is a finished work based on the wave that is building up. So once that wave finishes itself and unfolds, you have a structure. Now, your ability to see this structure, unfolding through the wave that is building up, on the lower time frame, once you complete a structure, you take it to the higher time frame. The higher time frame structure is like a matrix. Yeah, it's like a matrix. So the higher time frame structure is what will guide you as per the ultimate direction of where the price is going. But now, if you're able to walk yourself and your way downward, then you will understand that even though this is the ultimate direction, so you kind of understand the structure that is building in between and on the lower time frame to decode, okay, this is the next move, this is the move next. So we can read like all these moves, and as we are seeing short moves in between, you kind of tell yourself, I don't want to be in this move. I want the structure to get to this point that I can now join this structure, and this is where it's going next. So I don't want a short structure that will give me a few pips, or that can even change and mess it up in the middle, or they can even manipulate it in the middle, or change it slightly in the middle. But let me look for a particular point of this structure that is almost certain that this is what it's going to do. That is what we do. It's all about that. It's all about that. When we have a move going on like this, you can say at this turning, you've been expecting that the structure coming down is complete at this point. But of course, they went on until they got to this point. Then when they started moving up, we were thinking that, okay, they are moving up. So if you're able to pick that move, you just pick that move until, okay, Are they going to come down again? Even though it's impulsive to you, they might come down again. But what now, confirms that, oh, they are now correcting big time is a break of this structure, which is the last structure. The last structure here, look at this move. This move to the upside and this move to the downside. That's two wave, 1 and 2 on this lower time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame. And the move here kind of suggests probably they're going to move to change, but they corrected. And at this point, boom. So this confirms a break. Now, because you have the break here, you're not sure, or you are telling yourself, I missed out. If you join at this point, you join it at this point, you are joining late at this level. You are joining late. There's no doubt about it. You had a break, you are joining late, and the price begins to move. So again, counting the structure can be funny because you never can tell on whatever time frame. If you are counting on whatever time frame, you never can tell where it's going to go. And you are not going to tell if they're going to have, an abrupt, correction sort of around this area. Of course, we know once they burn themselves out, the price is still going to do what? Correct itself. So, and these are where we look for where to put our leg to buy. So, and this one came down to correct the old move here. This is a move. Up from here to this point is a move now, which you may have missed. Even if you miss it, don't worry yourself. Okay, so but now, these are the chances that the price is now giving you to be able to decode what is happening here for this new move. Now, this new move had gone up, and we are seeing this. And this is where now we need to be careful because we are seeing this. And how do we proceed from here with this move here? That is what you are interested in. This is impulsive. The move down is also impulsive here. This is impulsive. It's been corrective so far. But can they turn this to be an impulse towards the end of this move? Yes, they can do that. But again, they might not do that. But we need to look in to see what is possible around this area. Now, on the Euro USD instrument, a whole lot can happen in terms of manipulations and in terms of structure. But the DXY is what would help you to see what exactly is happening. So I would want to go to DXY before coming back here to explain. This is 1 hour time frame. On the DXY, so this is the DXY. So we, of course, know that this is the wave that burned itself out here. Okay, the last moment of the 5th wave that burned itself out here is after it has burned itself out that you know that, oh, this is actually a wave 4 in this regard. This is a wave 4 in this regard. And you now begin to have 5-1, maybe a 5-2, a 5-3, a 5-4, and around here, you begin to have now under that, okay, we now have a 5, the 5, okay, 5-3, which is 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, then the 5-4, then we had this move and a major 4, which is an A, B, and a C, and you now finish the last 5 here. Of course, the last 5 also was divided into 5 waves, and you must also know that. So it can be like that because you have this 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 of the last 5. So these are the fifth wave of the move on the DXY. If I zoom, okay, so zoom again. So this is where it started from, a 1 and a 2. Okay, and we are seeing that the inside of a 3, 1, 3, 2, and a 3, 3, and a 3, 4. So after seeing a 3, 4, we now want to finish the 5. The 5. So we now started from here. That's a 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5. So that is 3, 5, 5 now, because this is 3, 4. So 3, 5, 5 finished here. We now did a major 4, which is A, B, C of a major 4. Then the last 5, which is the last 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the way it ran. Then we now did another move to the downside, which is a correction now. This is a correction now to the downside. So the correction came like a 5-wave structure, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2 here, a 3, 3, a 3, 4, a 3, 5. So this kind of came down in 5 waves in this time frame itself. Then we now had this as a correction. So looking at this as a correction, we have to look at also the fib relationship that it's having. They are having to each other. We are kind of look at it. So if we say this one is an A, a big A, then this one should be a B, where this one is an A of a B, B of a B, and a C of a B. We can begin to look at like that. Then ultimately what it can be, we can say, oh, this one is a 1 and not an A. And what we have here is a 2. But let me first regard it as what? As ABC correction after this move. That what we're going to do is to still go further up. Because in an ABC move of a correction after this long move, let me go back to DXY on the higher time frame for you to see the bigger picture. Now, this is the bigger picture. We've been coming down. So price has been losing steam. Let me see. Because you need to understand the bigger picture. Now, this is the bigger picture. After we change direction from here and price has been coming down. So we said we move down here, which is a new move. And this could be seen as an A or so, or a B on that time frame, which is the daily or weekly time frame here now. So we had that move, which came down in 3 waves as well. A 1 and a 2. In this kind of a 2, of course, we saw an A, a B, and a C. Then we have a 3, 1, a 3, 2, and we now began to move down. And the 3, 3 was kind of messy here. We had a 4th and the 5th wave of 3, 3, 5 around this area. So we finished 3, 5 around this area. And I said, to me, this is a 4, the 4th wave, and this is the 5th wave. For some, they can say this is a wave 1, A, B, and a C. But that this wave correcting to the upside has finished its job. But the knowledge that I have of what a wave should be in terms of structure and the correct structure is what is making me doubt that this is A or a B and that this is a C. So the knowledge of what I have of wave and structure that I should see is that this can still be a 4th if it agrees with a 2 here, if this is the end of the second wave, and this is the end of the third wave, this must be within what 4 agrees with. And it did well on what the fourth wave agrees with. Now, in these situations, when you have a motive wave like this, you will see that this is wave 4 here, and this is wave 1. So wave 4 does not even work in the territory of a wave 1. Is not even close to the territory of a wave 1 in an impulsive wave. That is what you will see. It's only in a corrective wave that you will see that this wave 4 will come up to even encroach on wave 1. I've said 2 things now, which you must take in your hand. In an impulsive wave, wave 1 does not even come close to the territory of 1. I mean, wave 4 does not come close to the territory of 1 here. But in a corrective wave, that is when you see everything contracted in such a way that wave 4 can walk up to the territory of 1 in corrective wave. So this is impulsive. And so rightfully, if you look at the wave fib relationship between the 2, the peak of the 2, the low of the 3, and what we say is 4, it agrees with it. And when we have a wave come down here and turns to the upside, it is still the knowledge that I have of wave and structure that is guiding me and making me think that this is not A and this is not B. I don't know why it will be A or a B, except if it's a nest. It doesn't even look like a nest. So now, when you have equal low here, what will most of the time give you equal low and that you are calling a double bottom could be a truncated 5. So when you have the fourth wave, which agrees well with the wave that is coming from the up down here, it agrees well with it. And this one getting to this bottom and going, or even the way it's, lose momentum, the momentum lost its way gradually here, tells me it's actually, yes, it's a divergence here and it's a momentum loss and makes it a truncated 5. And in this truncated 5, this level here, this low here is seen as the third wave of this move, because if you see this one as a 1 and a 2 and a 3-1 and a 3-2 here, and you begin to see a 3-3, a 4, and this is 3-5. So the main 3-5 ends here. Then we now have the fourth wave in the middle here. So the fourth wave in the middle is an A, B, a C. So that's the fourth. The fourth wave in the middle would always be bigger than the fourth wave inside of the wave. So, and that is what I think it is now. If you look at here, so this is where 3 ends. We've had wave 4 of 3 here, and 3 ended here. And so we have A, B, C of a 4, and we have the 5th wave, which now properly close this structure as the 5th wave here, and is truncated above this 3. Then we now have this move. Because this move also is not quite corrective in relation to this, so it's quite impulsive now. So we having a move upwards. So, and that makes me think, because of this, think that this will only give us a correction here to do us A, B, C, to move further up. So now that we are correcting this entire run here. So this entire run from here to here, now we are now correcting it. So this is not a correction of the entire run, but part of this wave to finish it here. So this is the new wave that is trying to correct the entire run. That is my own opinion, and that's what I've been pitching. So it's quite impulsive. So after impulse, because it's also run in 5 waves, which we're going to see, then we can now see that we are trying to do an ABC correction that, of course, ABC correction will break structure, but it won't break it for long. So once you are done with the ABC correction, except you want to have a deeper correction. What is the importance of having a deeper correction here? When what we want to do is to deeply correct this. So we might be seeing a shallow correction, which might just end and push up again to give us at least an equal length from here and from this low to the upside. So if we have that, that may actually push within 51.8 to have corrected this wave. And if they are okay with that, then the next wave, when it breaks structure to the downside, we'll be treating it as if is a wave 3, that we have done a wave 1, which ended here, and a wave 2, which would have ended there, and we're going to go for a big impulsive wave to the downside to break all the structure, and wave 3. If they are going to correct this one as what? The first part of the zigzag, which is A, and B of a zigzag, and a C of the zigzag. So if it is deep enough, but if it's not deep enough, they can now be messy in the middle here. Once they finish that zigzag, they might do flat again to make it go up a bit. But we are going to see all of that. We can't preempt what the price is going to do. But all we know that once they touch 50 or 61.8, they have finished that structure. And when they have finished that structure, it doesn't mean that they can still move it a bit up in form of a flat to touch either 76 or 85 before they begin to turn down. And when they are approaching 76, 85, you will now begin to think that, oh, price is going up to break again. So that is where the game comes. So you have to read and tell yourself, if you look, anything can change. But for now, this is what it looks to us as a 3, 4, and a 5. And we are doing a zigzag correction to the upside. Now, let's now focus. This is where we need to focus. DXY is giving us a perfect structure and wave. That is where I had to go back there. So, like I said, the third wave here, wave A of the fourth wave, a B and a C and a 5. Now, inside of the 5 itself, the fifth wave, which came down here, this is the third wave of the 5. And this is the fourth wave of it, A, B, C, and the truncated 5 here. So it can be funny. So it's your ability to see this thing. So it can be funny. So now we started a new wave from here, and a break of this structure tells us that, yes, we have a structure break here, and the price is going up. So when you see this structure break, structure will not break for nothing here. In fact, no, this is not even the structure. This is what has broken the structure here, because this is a new wave now. This is what broke the structure around this area, and a retest is what this one gives you. So you quickly have to see that retest, and gives you this, and before the price began to move further upward. So it's funny. So don't lose sight of the structure. That is one thing I'm trying to teach now. Don't lose sight of your count and the structure. So if we have counted correctly up to this moment, and it's still being correct, and we see this one as the first part of this zigzag, then we should see this as what? ABC correction of this zigzag until something change. What is going to change here is what we must begin to look for. Okay. Now, so we had seen this one as a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So we are seeing that as a 3, a 3 structure that is forming, and that this is like the 4, the 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, and the last wave of a 5 is what we saw here. That was actually very funny too. We saw that last wave here. I'd explain that. So that's where it became very funny. So this is the last wave of 3. So a 3, 5. Then we add, sorry, a 3, Yes, we had fourth part of 5 or 4, a big 4, which is A, B, okay, it ended here really. It ended here really. So that's the 4, 5, it ended here really. Then A, B, and a C, and the fifth wave. So which ended here. So the new move is this one now. So we have finished this move. So the new move is this one, counting a 1 and a 2, and a 3, a 4, a 5 here. So we should see this one as an A of the correction of this, and is an A, and this is a B. So the B is divided into 3, which is A, B, and a C. So at this level, we had finished B. We have finished B. So if we finish B at this level, then we should be starting leg C right from here. Okay. Now, starting leg C right from here, this is what you want to see. Starting leg C right from here, like I said, okay, this is A of a B, B of a B, and a C of a B ended here, the third wave. So the leg C now is trying to do leg C is a 1 and a 2, a 3-1 and a 3-2, and this is a 3-3. So this should be a 3-4, and we should see one more leg to the upside. What I'm trying to tell us here is that if I bring my structure out on this 4-hour time frame, for this ones to be an A and for this ones to be a B to the downside, must agree with the fib, and this is about 76 or 78, which is correct for either what is going to be a potential zigzag or a wave 2. Is correct. But what is popular is to see this as a zigzag correction to this entire move, and not that we want to continue to go down and that this move is complete. Otherwise, it will make no sense for it to be an impulsive wave in the first place. If it's an impulsive wave in the first place, then it should probably be going further up to finish itself properly as a zigzag. As we are having a short zigzag here, it's going to now be a big zigzag to the entire wave that has been running for weeks. So, and if this is A and this is B, a C should retrace to at least 100 extension of this wave, which it has not gotten there. And we're having this thing turned down. When this thing turned down, you are now begin to get afraid as if, oh, is it going to go all the way to the downside? Let me bring the drawing so that you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is now, that's the drawing. And this clearly shows that we have a break out of here of the trend line. So once we have your height of a B, of an A, and you have your low of a B, and this is the last low here of a B, because this is A of a B, B of a B, and a C of a B. So you can draw the origin of A to drag to the B, which is this is the lowest of the B in terms of what the trend line can touch. So once you do that, you clone. Once you clone, you drag it to the height or the highest point or the lowest point here, as the case may be, of A. So you want to see that price is going to play and in between this channel here if it is corrective. And that is what we are expecting. We are expecting it to be corrective. So if it's going to be corrective, and this has not made any sense to me here from this point, it hasn't made sense to me in this point. This is what I'm watching for. If I should have a break of this to the upside here, of this channel to the upside, then it's telling me that it's not likely to be what again? To be a correction of a zigzag again. That means they want to continue the big wave to the downside. And they're going to break this as a C. It won't be a C to turn down, but it will be what? A move to further go down. I mean, down, which means that dollar is losing it again and it's not able to correct deep as we will expect. Okay, so now looking at this from here to here, it should give me from this point, which is the lowest point of B, to this point, which is the lowest point. So this is an 100 extension at this point. Price is away from the 100 extension. And this is looking like a big wave in itself and is not touching here. So they will only take those who does not know what structure is all about by trying to move price down here. Now, if this price should break what I regard as the fourth wave, then I can tell you for free, because if that happens, it means that this is going to be a second wave here and they're going to break and the price wants to continue to move down. That is the only thing. If this one should break low from here without touching this 100, this is not where I expect it to turn down. At least it should get here or 123. They can make it to 123. Well, at 123, you know, that can actually break the upper part of this trend channel, but it does not matter. If it breaks it, the price will still continue to go down, except the break outside there. 1 week outside this 123 tells you, no, the price, the direction is downward. But for now, we are still in the middle of it, of this. We are still in the middle of this. We are still in the middle of this. Now, looking at this, this is still part of wave 3, that the price has not been able to break this trend line. Even if it breaks it, the only thing I would now do is to now restructure that is still part of the wave. Okay, what I'm trying to say is this. If you look at this again, A of a B, B of a B, and this is C of a B. So the movement here to this point is wave 1 and wave 2. Let me now go to the lower time frame for you to see clearly. It is this wave that will not mess you up. Now, A of a B, B of a B, and a C of a B. Now, because it's corrective, you can understand that. Now, this is wave 1 here. Even this one being the first move now, after finishing C, is the beginning of it, and we had the correction of a 2. So this is the major 2. Now, this is a break out of 1 here that tells me this is a 3-1, and a return, which is a 3-2, that will never and should not even erase the first correction of 2 here. So this is a major 2, this is a major 1, and this is part of 3-1 and a 3-2. Now, the trend that we have here is in between the inside of a 3 itself. So if we see this as inside of a 3, and this is a 3-1, this is a 3-2, and this is a 3-3, and we are seeing this as the fourth wave inside after finishing, because 3 finish here as a 3-4 and a 3-5, and there's a truncation, and this is a major 4. So a major 4 is what, you know, it's giving us stuff here. Now, in trying to deal with a major 4 here, of course, see the way it's almost encroaching on the first wave of 3. Okay, this is not the major wave of 1. This is wave 1, wave 2, 3-1, and a 3-2. We must understand the count. In trying to align this, what to do right from this turning to know the limit of your correction is to come from, if we are doing a 3-4 inside of a 3, the third wave. So you start from the 3-2, then you bring it to the end here of that correction. So, and we know this is 38. The first red here is 38. This first red is 38 here, of if it's a 3-2. But the worst case scenario, you don't want it to break the main 4. The main 4 is from 2 here. So you drag this further down. You drag this further down to rest on the main 2. So, and this is the 40 of the main 2. So if you should break this one, then you cannot begin to say that you've gone past what is the major fall correction. So we are still not at the end. So anytime from here, price may begin to pull lower again. So if price should pull lower again, then that marks the end of it. So we can still see the move here as a potential zigzag to the downside. Okay, so if I want to do something, this is, if I change the color here, this is where, these are the levels where I expect this to finish on the DXY. I don't expect price to break that on the DXY, to break that level on the DXY. Of course, if it comes here, it's still encroaching on this one, it's okay. And for the major 2, this is where I should not expect price at all. That is 50. I should not expect price at all. If price should come to 50, it's giving me an insight that now it is kind of telling me if price should touch 50, then this move down to this point is a wave 2. So it makes this move a wave 2 to this one. And if that should happen, price is going to rock down explosively, and it would tell me that that is an early indication walking to this point, or a 61.8. If it should walk to this point, it can walk to 61.8 or 76, but it shouldn't break the low of here. That is the meaning. So we might need to adjust if we see it come up here, breach this, and if it should breach this, then it can breach this, but it shouldn't breach this one low here. That's just the meaning of it. This is not complete to the downside yet. If we are thinking of in terms of correction, it's not complete. So it will only mean that, oh, wave 3 completely is gone. So we've done something else, and we are changing structure to break and probably to now continue impulsive wave, which is not popular with me yet. Which is not popular with me yet. Now, this is the main wave. If we should break this wave, you can see that this is the low of a B here. And also from 1 to 2, it's actually still forming that same low there. For that one is for, so this is the main support that is guiding this thing. So once you break down here, then you can now say that, oh, now we are going down. But I don't see that for now. I don't see that for now. So I'm only interpreting that this is where it's allowed for us to turn to down if we are still correcting to go for that up. So we are going to turn down around this area if they are not done yet. If they are not done yet, they're going to turn around this area to finish with 5, and we're going to count 5 structures. And after that, around that area, we're going to turn down, break all this into the downside, and form a zigzag with this. We form a zigzag with this once we turn down from here. So let me go back in there. Structure, don't lose sight of structure. So now looking at this again, we should see this move as an A move and this now as a B move. Okay, so let me go inside of a 30 minutes time frame. So let me bring this one down. Okay, so this one might now be a B move. If that is a B move and this is the A move, so we want to see that the fourth wave, has it finished or not? This reaction does not mean anything, so you can still push further down. So you can see in this case, it can break the low of this. It does not really matter, but breaking your channels does not really matter, but the point, the overall point where you expect it to turn. So looking at that, does not matter to me. So let me take it out so that it just be, it's just the alert to guide me on the 15 minutes time frame. So good. Now, how deep was this to this? So let's see. Well, that should be around what a zigzag should correct. So right from this blue, now this is about 85.4. So if it's 85.4, it can still be a zigzag to the downside. So where would that rest? Where would that rest? That either as 100 or 123. So either as 100 or 123, 100 is at this point here, which the price had touched. So price may as well be going down here or around this serrated line exactly at 1. So we'll still see what price would do. So this area appears to be, this area still appears as the last place that price can be. So we are almost there. Price should not break this area. Hold on, please. So now we know that this is about the last place, but of course we are having a reaction already at about 100, so which may mark the end around this area. So that may actually mark the end around that area. So the DXY is giving us a clearer perspective of things than what you will see on the DX, on the Euro USD. So it may just end here or come around this area to finish that fall. So for me, this is 100 for now. That is 100 for now. And that's in purple now. And what I can see holding price is now this line here, which is 123, 127. So price should not even come to this point before turning down. So it might just be the end of a show here. So, but what would tell me that this is now going up, okay? And that we are done correcting C, and this has ended C. It's one or two things, okay? If we draw a trend line from the first move and the return, if we draw that, so we can see that there is a momentum divergence here, there's a loss, so there's a cross down here. It's an early indication to tell me that price wants to move down again. Now, price is almost done here. So we can see that even on this lower time frame now, that this wave C appears to have ended. Of course, they might still have one more push down to free people out and to get you out. It's still part of the game because it's allowed here too. So, but this may just be the end with this configuration, okay? So on the DXY. So it may just be the hand. I can see that movie or already. Let's go and see if we can count 5 waves, because if it's a C, it should be a 5 wave. Let me go inside of a 5 minutes time frame. We can see that very well. This one is a training as well as trying to, so that will change that a bit. So when you are doing analysis on a lower time frame, I like mathematics. Okay. So anyhow, it has broken it already. Anyhow you want to look at it. So, and this is a 1, and this is A, B, C of that 2, second wave. And this is a 3, 1, a 3, 2, and a 3, 3, a 3, 4, a 5. So that's like a 5. Then the 4th wave, you can say this is the 4th wave. This may have finished the 4th wave of that move, or you can say ABC. So after this ABC, you can say wave 5 is 1, wave 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, and this had finished 5 of 5. It looks so much that it has finished 5 of 5 too, because inside of 5 of 5, let me come again so that you get me. This is the last wave C. So we said wave 1 of C, the 2 of it will do ABC. Okay, so we have ABC. We have wave 3, 1, a 3, 2, a 3, 3, a 3, 4, and a 3, 5. And after doing a 3, 5, we're going to do a major. And this is what I've been saying, okay? Because if you take it from the beginning of 3, I'm teaching something. So you see the way this one is breaking here. So this the breakout of here tells you you're almost finishing with 5, but it's still running parallel to it. Okay, so it's almost like you are finishing the 3rd wave itself, because it's running parallel to it, came down as 4 and 5 to finish it. So because it still did that, you can still drag to the tip of that to say properly we are finished with 3 here. So it looks we are finished with 3 here. Okay, so saying that now this is actually a wave 4. So seeing this as a wave 4, you can see this one as a B, and a C of wave 4, and we are done completely with a wave 4 here at this level. We are now doing the last wave 5 of that move, which is a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. So doing a 4 here, this is the 5th wave, which is the last wave, which is going to run also in 5 waves. It's because we are breaking it down. So running in 5 waves, you can see 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. That may have ended it. So it looks so much that it has ended this move here. It looks so much that it has ended this move here, as we can see that there is a complete breakout of the trend line formed by 1 and 2, which is here. So for me, except if they want to take you, this looks so much like a complete breakout of this structure, and we want to see a 5 to the downside to finish what we have been talking about, and this might just be a 1 and a 2 and a 3, a 4, a 5 in this format, and we might be seeing a deep pull to about 61.8 or 76.4 to touch around this area before breaking up. And because this is just 5 minutes time frame, that is just 5 minutes time frame. So you can see how small it is now. So we might still see this a bit if it's going to pull low. I think they're almost finishing with 5 here on this little time frame to go a bit down, pull. So the more we pull down here tells me we are done already. So we are not going below. But anyhow, this is the last place. So price may still shock you and do a double bottom here, or just continue to pull down to now start counting the wave 5 of this 4, which we are going to count to the end. And if we need to now make an adjustment down there, we'll do that. But the destination, what should be our destination down here before we think of turning down is, let me go to 1 hour time frame on the DXY. DXY looks perfect. You can see it's this area. So of course, price may now break beyond this area. So this area should alert us if we're going to change our TP to still move a bit further down on the DXY. Okay, but for now, I see the end of a C. That is what I can see. Now let's take this to the Euro USD without wasting more time. Let's take it to Euro USD. The Euro USD is not as, as what we expect. Yeah. So Euro USD, is more sideways on the DXY and looks more impulsive on the Euro USD. That is all where the thing, is. So, and this is still a 3-1 here, and a 3-2, and a 3-3. This has finished a 3-3, 4 of it, 5 of it, and this looks like a 4. And this is where you now begin to, okay, how do I know if this is not a 4? Is it a 4 we're correcting because it's deep and you're getting scared? And I gave you a stop loss around this area. Now, if you look at how narrow 1 and 2 is in terms of separation, so once we had this move, A of a B, B of a B, and a C of a B, we had wave 1 and wave 2. So this, what is called wave 2 here, see how close it is to the origin of wave 1. That is what they do with this kind of your brokers. They will just play dirty. It's only DXY that can save your ass. Sorry for using that language. Your head, let me use that. So your head is only DXY that you will save your head, because when you see, it does not make any sense to you. But the only thing that they are trying to pitch, okay, it does not break this, which is the low of 1. And so trying to pick a retracement here is going to give you a little headache in terms of this the third wave of a major 2. See, major 2 are dragged so low. But we had a clear 3-1 and a 3-3-2. So all we can do, just the way we did for DXY, you try to pick from the 3 itself, 2 of the 3 itself, to go up here, coming up here to look at for 38. This is the 38. The first 38 has been broken here. So you can see the first 38 broken. So which tells you that wave 3 is completely out. So they are correcting the major 4 based on what we can see on here. So trying to now pick the last 2 is where the problem is, But it doesn't really matter if you take it to this low here. It doesn't really matter, but it shouldn't break below what that will give you. So if we take it low, now this is where our 40 is. So our 40 should not go beyond here. So let me try to take this a bit up here. So our 40 price should not break that. So it's telling me that, in terms of wave 4, this is where we should expect it to finish its move. So, and this is 50. Price should not even come here. This is 07280 that I gave us. So price should not come there. So that is what it's telling us. So that's the last place. So if price should touch 4 and break here, I will quickly tell you what we need to do is to probably readjust or allow us taking out and look for a low before we go up again. But we shouldn't probably be looking for that. So we shouldn't be probably looking for that. So because if we should touch this area, if you touch this area, then we can pull a bit down. Once we don't break here, and we don't break this low here, this is the low. Once we don't break it, and we are moving up, it's going to be explosive. That means it is not ABC correction for us to turn much lower. So because what we expect to do also with this is to turn lower and form a zigzag with this, a zigzag. So you should turn lower and do at least an equal leg from wherever this one gets to from here down. So to have corrected a major second wave to this one, to this move here. So it would have been a major second wave, which will pull lower around this area. So once we pull lower around this area, then we can say we can go up. So it might not break this structure here. I don't know. It might not break this structure here once we turn lower, and we should be going up. Okay. So let me go back to 1 hour or 30 minutes time frame to finish up here. Now, in terms of trying to count this also had given us a format of a zigzag in a zigzag. This is a 5-wave structure. So, but we need to now see if it's a 5-wave structure on the lower time frame. If it's correct, let's look at it. If it's correct on the lower time frame. So on the lower time frame too, on the lower time frame too, the return here from the top to this area of the A to B. So A to B is giving us something that looks like 90 here. Of course, it's only in Euro USD that they can, be falling like that. Because if you take this as a 90, it should be a running flat and it should be turning up. But the DXY, it tells us is 85, then it's a zigzag. So we should now treat it as a zigzag. So in case we are treating this as a zigzag, so which DXY gave us a clue, the DXY gave us a clue. So where it should turn back is trying to look at it from here, which is the end here, to A, back to B, which is here. The zigzag is at 100. So you can see 100 here. You can see that it has run past 127. So you can see how this one can mislead. So because it actually broke 126 here, 125 here. It even broke everything here. It's turning back at about around this area. That's ugly. It's an ugly move. Very, very ugly move. Very, very ugly move. So in case you're not sure again, most of the time, turn to the DXY to look at the DXY, because they will play with your head and mess up with our head with this. But now, in terms of counting the structure is another thing that we need to do now. Let's count this structure. I started with DXY. I knew why I started with DXY, so that they can mess up with people's head with instrument like this. Your brokers, everybody can just mess up. I hope you don't mind that I'm taking time, but I have to. It's for your own good, how we make comparison. Again, if it turns lower, what we can do with Euro USD is to be more alert as it's doing the structure, and we look concurrently what is happening on the DXY. I think we're just going to take it this way. Okay, so I think it's better this way. So we have a 1, and a 1. We did A, B, C here. To do a 2, see, just little space to make it align. That's what the lower time frame will be giving you. So, and a 1 to 2 kind of agrees. That's a 61.8, which is good. And this is a 3, a 3-1, a 3-2. Now a 3-3, a 3-4, then a 3-5 looks like this, finishing a 3-5. This appears to be the low of a 3-5, and we're now seeing a 4th wave, which is A, B, C. And after doing the A, B, C, we had a 1, a 2, which is A, B, C of a 2, and this is the last wave. Okay, so I think it's the same that we are seeing here. It's the same that we are seeing here. We also at the end, because you can see a divergence here now, we are broken completely out of this wave and created, once you break out of the structure created by 1 and the 2 of the initial move, it means that we are out. We are out now. So we are out, we are just about seeing the end of the move here. So that's what I can see. We are out. So going back to the 15 minutes time frame, we are out. So it means we are out. So I don't need this trend line. I'm just keeping it there to guide myself. So this may just be a new move, but again, we need to now break this structure to the upside to know that we are done. This is the structure. So if you're going to see the structure to break now on that time frame, let me use a deep blue for it. So this is the structure that we first need to break on 15 minutes time frame. So these are the structures we need to break. So once we break that structure in the 15 minutes time frame, we are going up. So that is what we can see on this 15 minutes time frame. After counting this and this and this, so we know we looking good. We know we are looking good. So we need to break this structure here. And on the So on the 30 minutes time frame, is there any structure that we need to break? Okay, can we see divergence? Let me see if you can see any divergence. Of course, we are seeing the divergence already here. So that's a 3. So it's already a divergence here. And this is the 5th wave. This looks like the low here, which is pointing here, looks like the 5th wave, even on the 15 minutes time frame. What do we have on the 30 minutes time frame? If it's early enough, yeah, early enough. So you can see the low of A and how this one has pulled lower. So I think we are done, we are moving up. That's what I can see. It seems we are moving up. It seems we are moving up. So the same structure is what we still have to break on the 30 minutes time frame. So you can see, is this the same structure that is standing where we have to break out from? That's the same structure we need to break out from. On the 1 hourly, does it give us the same structure that we have to break out from? On the 1 hourly, yes, it's still the same structure. So that is the structure that we have to break out from now. So once we break out of that structure, we are climbing up. So that is what it is now. So we need to begin to, and of course, this is the low we should not take. in terms, of course, if we should take this low, then because it's Euro USD, you have to look at your DXY, but we should not take this low. So once we hit here, we might just do a little adjustment so that we're not taking. So I think this one should give me an alert, but I think we are at the end of it and we are going up. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, and we are going up. That is what I can see. So it will be like film trick. As this one breaks here, it will be like film trick to us. On the DXY, can I mark the structure to be broken? Yes, I can mark it also. The structure to be broken on the DXY is also this. On the DXY is also this. So you mark it on your, so you expect that it's still on the 1 hour. Yeah, this is the structure, a break of structure. So once you have that break of structure, we are going down on the DXY. That means we are done with A, B, C, or that 4. And we can do a 5. And in that case, then if that is what it has given us, so your 5 in terms of a retracement of 161.8, if it's going to be like that, the 161.8 to the purple would be at the fringe of that 100 here, where we expect a turn on the DXY. So DXY looks perfect. If you look at the stupid Euro USD, a stupid Euro USD, I'm about finishing now. So it's on this Euro USD. Where does it get to? On the Euro USD, provided it's not extended. Provided it's not extended, see, this is where it is giving us 5. It's giving us 5 slightly above. Of course, maybe it's Euro USD. Am I trust the Rara? So am I trust the Rara? But of course, we'll look at DXY as we are trying to. So if we are going to adjust, we'll know. But of course, we'll continue to count this structure. Once we have a 1 and a 2 of this, we are going to quickly draw the trend line. Then once we have the third wave of it, we'll quickly draw another trend line to guide us that we are done with the third wave. Then we can quickly plan our exit. That's how to do it, really. You have to, monitor the third wave of this move to know, get out or not. But this is an area we want to come in. I think once we open on Monday, I can push our entry for sale a bit up. We can adjust that. As we're adjusting our entry for sale, we can adjust our TP of the buy. So do have a great week. God bless you.